Right, here we go. So this is my first video, like the description suggests, but it's not just any video. There's a reason how I've got to where I was to here now making this video. And this is it. So 4.5 years ago, I came down with chronic sickness and chronic illness, and it led me to the position where I was scared to answer my own cell phone. If you can imagine that. Same phone that I'm using now to record this video, didn't want to answer because of nervousness, anxiety, and other illnesses. If we fast forward 4.5 years, here I am, still here. Didn't think I would be, but I am. And yeah, the phone was an issue. I was even worried and scared to read emails in the morning. It's difficult to explain why, but I know why now, and we'll talk about that in the future. We live in an email and phone-based society, so if you can't answer the phone or even read your emails, then you're struggling, not just struggling to live, but you're going to have difficulties in getting anywhere and obtaining and achieving any goals. I mean, look, that's not natural, is it, what I've just said? And if I took my dog out for a walk, he's a beautiful 5-year-old German Shepherd, I'd be so, my hand, I'd have physical shaking when I got home that I wouldn't be able to get my key in the door. I'd have to use two hands to guide the key in and then eventually open the door. I mean, it's bonkers. I didn't know what was happening and I didn't know why I'd found myself in that situation. But if we fast forward, I'm back, and it was difficult because I went from living my best life and being the best version of myself in a matter of a week to being the worst version. And it's taken me a couple of years, but it's taken me 4 years to get my life back on track. Some of you might have experienced something similar to that or know somebody who has. But the reason why I've created this channel is because not only do I want to connect with like-minded people, but it's also so that we can help each other using my story and what I've learned over the years, the last few years, to essentially get myself back together and get my life back on track. Might be a benefit. It might help you guys out. I'm now creating a YouTube video, and I could never imagine doing this, certainly 4.5 years ago. So yeah, after seeing plenty of doctors, I didn't get any help. Therapists, they didn't help. It's funny because we live in a world where we always expect that there's an agency or somebody out there who can help you because we watch it on the TV and our reality is formed based on what it is that we see on the telly, on the TV, that if something bad happens, you can just go to the doctor and you get medication and you'll be okay. Something bad happens, you can see a therapist and don't worry, everything will be all right. But I found that I never quite got the answer to anything. You know, if any of one's ever saw a therapist, it's like you talk about a lot of things and it builds up and it goes somewhere. But for me, it just didn't go anywhere. I didn't get the answers that I needed. So I had to go out and find them myself. Otherwise, I would never have made any improvement. But what I want to say is absolutely in this world, anything is possible. And I proved that by getting better, essentially, because I know a ton of people who have been in similar predicaments and situations that I've been in, and they're still in the same place. And to be honest with you, it breaks my heart, if I'm absolutely honest, because we can get better. No matter what's wrong with you, we can get better. It just takes a bit of time, and it may mean changing your mindset. And that's what I discovered. I discovered that I had to change the way I was thinking because I was stuck in perpetual negative thought cycles, negative behaviors, and they were doing me no favors. I was worrying about things which were never going to happen. I was worrying about things which were impossible to happen, but because they were taking up and consuming my thoughts, not necessarily the scenarios would come true, but I'd be so pent up thinking about them that I couldn't see anything positive. And that's what kept me trapped really in a low vibrational state. So I had to get my life back on track, and I've done that, and I'm here still making this video. For the longest time, I didn't think I'd be able to be anywhere near where I am now in front of you making this video. So I'm back to my best version of myself, my highest version of myself. And I did it simply by changing my mindset, changing the way that I think, changing the way that I was thinking, and moving more towards an objective-based outcome when I think. All of this led me on the mother of all spiritual journeys. So here we go. This is the icing now. This is the hot dog, whatever that means. Yeah. What is a spiritual journey? There's no shortage of YouTubers and people on the internet telling you about their journeys. You've probably been on one, or you're in the process of doing one. Yeah. What does it mean? Yeah, I did a lot of research, a lot of investigation into a range of different spiritual subjects. And the toughest thing that I've done in the last 4.5 years was finally accepting the existence of the human soul, my soul. Because I have a soul, your pet has a soul, my dog has a soul, you have a soul, and everybody you know, believe it or not, does have a soul. Now you can go on Google and look up, does the human have a soul? And the top pick probably say something like, scientists are yet to figure out whether we have a soul, there is no scientific proof. Okay, whatever. Okay, people believe a lot of things where there's absolutely no proof, but your soul knows the truth. My soul knows the truth. Hence why I was allowed, I gave myself permission to finally accept its existence. And when I did that, really my life changed forever. It changed for the better because I was able to raise my vibration and become a better version of myself and attract more abundance. And yeah, knowing that we have a soul is exceptionally reassuring, and getting your mind, body, soul, and spirit all harmonized and in sync, because for many people, if not most people, we start off happy and soulful, and then it gets stamped out of us through our lives, through the process of growing up, childhood, being a teenager, working, getting your first job. We lose track. We lose the main reason why we're here, and we end up forgetting that there is a reason why we're here. There's a reason why we're here. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why everybody's here. Everybody has a purpose, and everybody has a trajectory that we're all on. But along the way, we've become lost. We've become frazzled. Our minds have been fragged, scrambled, and our soul gets turned upside down. But it does always know the truth. The only difference is that we lose track of the truth is, and we need to rediscover that. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you're in the process of rediscovering your true purpose and your true being and what it is that you want to do. Because we all want something, and not all of us get to do it, sadly. So we need to change the way that we think so that we can ultimately get to where it is that you want to be. And I think that together we can do that, because I've demonstrated its possibility. I've also demonstrated that absolutely anything is possible by making some small adjustments that can shift you into a different version and a better version of yourself. Because if you can imagine, there's already tons of you out there at any one time. You just need to decide which one of those people you want to be. All right. And that's can be difficult to fathom, but it's important to kind of at least understand that there's multiple versions of you out there. We just need to tap into the version that we want. All right. And I've managed to do that. And hopefully together we can get you into the best version of yourself and to the timeline that you want to be on, which is full of happiness. It's full of love and light and joy, abundance, and ultimately a more blissful existence, because that's what we all want. It's what we all want, really, isn't it? And if that's not what you want, then maybe we need to have a good look at ourselves. So yeah, here I am. I'm really looking forward to meeting like-minded people. And if you take nothing from this video, please note that absolutely anything in this world is possible. And that may be like, well, I don't believe you. I'm not buying that. Okay, well, fine. Well, then you need to change your mindset. Maybe I can help you. Maybe we can do that together. Anything's possible. I've demonstrated it. It just takes small adjustments and small steps in the first instance. And then ultimately, then it's like opening a dam, a floodgate. Everything you want just starts flooding in, and it starts with changing our mind. But yeah, hopefully something that I've talked about and mentioned has resonated with you. If you want to know more, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be putting out more videos going into more detail about my experiences, what I did to get myself better, how I managed to get to where I am now, what it is that I do, how we can help each other. So yeah, in summary, this is my first video. I've managed to 360 my life around, and I really, really hope that if you're in a position where your life is being dominated by fears, doubts, worries, and hurdles, you can get yourself into a position where they're no longer a problem, and you can become the highest and best version of yourself. So thanks, and I will see you on the flip side.